Mikazuki is a savage. We know this. We know this kid does not play, but geez, he is savage to the highest level. I mean, can we just call the fall season of savage? Because you got Mikazuki out here, you got Sato from Ajin, you got pretty much everybody in Bungo Stray Dogs. We just got all these people who are about their business and will do what they need to do to get the job done. And we see that again in this episode with Mikazuki. I mean, we are 30 episodes in and he is still straight up blasting people. Anybody that will stand in the way of Tekkadan in their dreams. So at this point, 30 episodes in out of 50, I don't think he's gonna change personality wise. I mean, he may get a little bit nicer. We might actually see that relationship with him and Atra, but no, this guy is still going to wet you up if you oppose him. And the best thing about this is these government officials, these bigwigs, these people who keep underestimating Tekkadan because they're kids, makes it all the more sweeter because they find out soon enough that these kids are hardcore. They will kill you. I mean, Mikazuki just straight up blasted this guy, put like 4 holes in him. You know, the government official who basically set up for Dawn Horizon to attack Tekkadan and was trying to basically run Kudelia of her jewels. Mikazuki's like, no, pay up or die. Oh, you're not gonna pay up? You think we playing? Smack, 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 smack. I mean, Jesus, just straight up took this dude out. Tekkadan has a reputation now, and it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing because they're beginning to become more well known. But the fact that they are kids, people still are kind of looking at them like they can just punk them and do everything that they want. And we learn time and time again that we cannot. Mikazuki is definitely the best Gundam pilot that we had in a while. They basically took Hero from Gundam Wing and Setsuna from 00, merged them together and gave you this beast that we have in Mikazuki Argus in this series. I absolutely love him. I mean, say what you want about him. Say that he's a deadpan. Say that he's a robot. He doesn't have any personality, but look at all the whiny protagonists we had in Gundam. And man, you can't say that he doesn't get you hype. He's just so badass about it. And he's a machine. He will go out there and destroy whatever Orga tells him to do to accomplish their happiness. And also in this episode, we're getting a new Gundam frame. Yes, yes, yes. You know what, guys? I am obsessed with Gunpla. I really am. I mean, I had a couple of the suits back in the Gundam Wing days when they were running on Toonami, but as of the past 2 months, I am obsessed. Hold on, let me show you all these that I have so far. We got the Grimgird. We got the Burning Gundam from Bill Fighters. Yeah, like I'm not even on Bill Fighters like that, but the Burning Gundam was such a good Gundam, I had to just get it. We got the big boy, the Barbados, the Gundam Beast Mode. Of course, I gotta represent for the man, Char Aznavour, the original red suit, the original great protagonist. And I had to grab the new Beast Mode. I had to grab the new Barbados. I mean, I love Gundam. It is definitely one of my favorite franchises. I'm absolutely loving putting these suits together. Once I get them all together, I may have to like put together a little bit of slideshow or something and show you all the ones that I have because I'm still working on the Grimgird, and this is the first one that I'm actually panel lining. So that'll be fun. That's later. I mean, I haven't even gotten to the episode yet, and the things that we still got our boy Miguel Fareed still playing both sides of the field, and it's a very interesting thing to see this fusion between Tekkadan and Gjallarhorn. And then you got Gjallarhorn with the infighting that they have against each other, but you can rest assured that Fareed is definitely going to come out on top on this because he's going to do anything he can to get through. I mean, look at him. He's playing 2 sides of the field right now. He's playing Montag, who is pretty much putting these 2 people together, on top of him having an inner battle with Gjallarhorn and him having the fusion or this agreement with Tekkadan as well. I mean, this man is on top of everything, even though I do trust, or I do like that Orga does not trust him quite yet, because this man is your enemy after all. So I'm glad he's not letting his guard down, because when it all comes down to it, this man will stab you in the back for his better beings. And I just, you know, they're gonna clash. You know, Tekkadan and Gjallarhorn, or Tekkadan and at least Fareed, or whatever side he's gonna be on, if he decides to clean out the 7 stars and take it all himself, he's going to have a clash with Tekkadan in some shape, form, or fashion. We're just waiting on it to happen unless some bigger menace comes along and cause these two to have to work together. I'm really excited to see who's going to get this new Gundam frame, as well as it looks like it's going to be pretty beastly. It might even be like, I think we saw like a heavy arms one. If you look online, you can see that it's a Gundam that has like some Ahab reactors and big cannons on the back. Hopefully that's the one it is. I want to see that one in color before I pull the trigger on buying that one. But yeah, this was a very solid episode of Gundam Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans Episode 4, Episode 29, whichever one you want to call it. Man, I got so busy into fanboying about Mikazuki and how badass he is that it's been 5 minutes. I haven't even talked about the episode yet. So let's get right to that. And I cannot forget to clap it up for Grand Rodeo on that ending song. Grand Rodeo is probably my second favorite Japanese group. The first being Ling Tosai Tsugire. I always butcher the name. But the guy TK who did the Tokyo Ghoul opening, Psycho Pass opening. Those guys. Those are like my favorite Japanese group overall. So one of the biggest things of this episode, besides the second part of this very awesome Gundam battle that we were thrown into last week, is something that I actually mentioned last week. We're saying Tekkadan is going to have to get to the part where they're going to have to be a little bit more strategic versus always going balls to the wall into these battles. They can't operate like they don't have anything to lose anymore. They usually just fight for each other and fight for themselves, and they will die for each other and take each other out for each other. But now they are a bigger unit. They're known around the world and they're growing. So they're going to have to start being more careful in these battles and not always want to sacrifice themselves, and they're gonna have to start making plans to come home for everyone else. And I like that is finally being addressed, especially when they're dealing with this battle that is just going to split, because again, you got Gjallarhorn basically going at each other's throats with this other faction, as well as the faction that Fareed is putting together. And eventually both of those are probably going to come for Tekkadan at some point, or even if Fareed decides to take out all of the 7 stars again, it's going to come to a clash. They're going to need to have cooler heads. They're going to need to be more strategic if they plan to come out of this battle alive. Because just like what was mentioned in episode 1, everybody is up their mobile suit game after Tekkadan's victory over Gjallarhorn at the end of season 1. So now it's like, you get a mobile suit, you get a mobile suit, everybody get a mobile suit, or updated grades like we saw in this episode. As in fact, that guy Ayuk, he actually had a sniper Gundam, and oh my god, I need it. That was a great suit. Back in Double O, the Dynamis was one of my favorite Gundams, so now we got another sniper out here. I just have to add it to my collection. But also the blonde hair girl, she was going in as well, as everybody is on this race to capture Sandoval. And even though Tekkadan won this 3-way dance, you can see that there are more monsters coming up in the mist that's going to give them more of a challenge than they had in season 1. Because even though Tekkadan are beastly, a lot of people they were fighting were just unprepared, and they wasn't ready for the power of the Barbados. Now everybody is gearing up for that, making things a little bit harder for them. Of course, they did get a reward from this victory, as now Teiwaz has granted Tekkadan the exclusive permission to protect the half-metal mine. And that's causing a little bit of assault with some other people that's higher up, like, why are you entrusting this with these kids? But, Orga's big bro, the head of Teiwaz, and they're kind of like, these kids earned it. They went out there, they did the dirt. Let's give them their just rewards. And pretty interesting is, in this half mine is where they found the other mobile suit. So, it's going to be interesting to see where that goes, because that one kid, I believe his name is Hash Meaty, he keeps persisting to get his own mobile suit. And he actually approaches Mikazuki about it and said, you know what, I want to be a mobile pilot. And when he's asked why, he says, it's because I want to be stronger than you. So Mikazuki's like, okay, I'll go ask Orga. So Shino was actually happy about it, because he said, getting somebody under his wing would be good for Mikazuki, even though Eugene is a little bit cautious about it. We also see that the guy said they found another mobile suit at the wreckage as well that was a little bit bigger than the one we saw, so Shino might actually get his wish to get his own suit from here. So as always, more power always equals more responsibility, as Tekkadan keeps having to watch their backs. They got people out there in the field they gotta worry about, then you got politicians and other higher ups and people in higher standing that they have to worry about as well, even probably within Teiwaz. And it'll really break my heart if bro ends up betraying Orga. I don't think they'll go that way, but you never know with Gundam. You can never know, because situations come up where they always say, it's better for me to live than you. So that'll be interesting. I don't think it'll happen, but that'll be interesting in the very least. But also, I have to once again give props to Orga and Mikazuki on how they bossed up on this dude who set up the attack with Don Horizon. They straight up walked into his office and was like, look, we know you're behind this, so you can pay us for our damages or our loss, or you can meet everybody in heaven that we lost out of this, and we're gonna get the money anyway. And my God, that was just so beastly. And he tried to boss up on them too by thinking just because they were kids, they wouldn't understand what he was saying and the reasons why he did it. But they was like, no, I'm gonna tell you one more time. Get our money or you're going to die. And he even tried to get out of it by calling Gallahorn. And Gallahorn vouched for Tekkadan by saying they're on our side. So you might want to pay these guys. And when he decided not to and tried to boss up, Mikazuki gave him 3 hot ones and he was done. So props to Orga for also coming along as a leader, as you can see him definitely developing as he actually gets to meet McGillis in this episode, as he knows that McGillis is Montag. He says, this is the first time I've seen you without your mask. So that is out there. That's out there in the open now. And with the more moves that they make like this, of course, the more enemies that they're going to get. And Fareed tells them that now aligning with me, you're going to get enemies too, because my enemies are now becoming your enemies. And I'm sure Tekkadan is going to be fine with that. They'll take care of it. They're going to beast it up. But this is a big pill to swallow, because they are now in on McGillis's plan to take out the Arnhide fleet as well as the 7 stars. And Orga's aware of that. He's like, this is kind of dangerous for us. There's a lot of disadvantage for us. And McGillis tries to smooth it over by saying, but think of the advantages that you are going to get. By joining with me, you're getting more muscle to do what you need to do. And at the same time, you're helping me as well. And come on, you have to know that, just like I said at the top of the video, if things go wrong, McGillis is definitely going to betray these guys. And I want to see it, because I want to see that Grimgird go in. I want to see the Grimgird versus the Barbados. Make it happen. We know he's going to get about 2 or 3 more upgrades to the Barbados. And that was the episode in a nutshell. Again, another fantastic outing of Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. Definitely gets me hyped every Sunday. I can't wait for it. Definitely filling that void that we didn't have from One Punch Man and now ReZero. So now I got Gundam to wake up to. So guys, definitely let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and drop it a like. And if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there is now a shortage of content for you to indulge on this channel. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. And I really appreciate that. So thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Infrar-Ed signing out. See you soon.